So this is a continuation of the previous video, and here we'll be talking about the unique constraints. If you are just joining this video, please I would advise you watch the previous video where we talk about the primary keys, constraints, and the not null constraints in SQL. So moving forward, so we have basically explained how unique constraints works. So definitely I can go ahead and add age because we have all the values filled. So we'll have the age of Mary in the database here. So now, how does unique constraints works? Have you ever wondered, like sometimes you try to register an application or a profile online or something, and when you enter your username or you enter your email, it just sends you a message like, sorry, this email is not available, or sorry, this email has been chosen by someone else. So it means that that particular email or username, we only want unique one there. We don't want multiple types. That way we can use that unique um, field to actually identify the user. So we don't want to have multiple users using the same one. We want every user to have unique data in the database. I'll show you how that works here. So this is actually what we'll do here. Since we have a table person here, or if you are trying to create another table, but our advice will just use this table person. So what we are going to do is we are going to alter this table instead of creating. But if you are going to create table, this is what you will have just added. You'll have added an email field. Let's try email. It will of course to be varchar. The type will be varchar. Let's assume varchar is 40, right? And we want to make sure that it is a unique type. So that is what you will have done there. But since we are altering a table, we can just go ahead and type alter table like we did here. So just something like alter table person, right? Add column, or you can just add email. Then what is the data type? To be varchar 30, or let's say 40. Then we want it to be a unique type, right? So let's run this and see. So it says command completed successfully. So if we go into our database now and maybe select all from person, we'll see that we now have email field there. You see we have the email field there, even though it is null, but I made it as a unique, right? So it means that whatever is there. So if I try and go ahead and add Mary now, and let me try to insert something here. Let me try to insert James, Laurie, right? And then let me not add the email. Let's see what's going to happen. You see, violation of unique key. Cannot insert duplicates in the object. So because we are not adding anything here, it means that it's automatically a null. So we cannot have another null since we have one null there. If you look at the table, we already have one null there. So even if I go here and explicitly type null, it will still give us the same error here. So we cannot have another null because we already have one null there, right? So that's what is happening. So what happened is if I go ahead and give an email type, let's say jlorry@aol.com, right? Then let's put email here. Okay. Execute. It says one role affected. So if I go ahead and select all here, it gives us the new one. So now let's use the same jlorry. Let's try and add another person. Let's write Jimmy Carter, ages 22, and we leave the same email there, right? Because we already have one existing. Let's see if it will work. And the email is unique, remember. So you see, violation of unique key, right? Cannot insert duplicate key, right? So you cannot insert duplicate of email. You see, it's telling us that email already exists. But in real life, we will use exception to handle this, so the user will see a clear message. So we'll eventually get there. There's actually an if else statement we'll use. So if it already exists, it should just print out the message that it already exists. So that is actually how the unique works. You can also use it in other aspects. It might be the name, it might be the age. It's not only email, but basically we use it for email because we only want one person to be able to register for one account, because when we don't put unique on email, one person might be able to register for multiple accounts in database. So in order to actually ensure that we restrict one user to one account, and we can put a unique constraint there. So that's basically how the unique work. In the next video, I'll be talking about foreign keys constraints. So we'll see how that works as well. Thank you.